Let the battles begin!
Fight fans, here we go. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's an All-American style fighter, standing 5 feet and 9 inches tall. He went officially at 144 pounds even. Tonight, he enters the cage undefeated. 2 wins with 0 losses, representing the Riverside MMA and fighting out of Riverside, California. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Kenneth Klein. And introducing his opponent, fighting across the cage out of the red corner. He's a Muay Thai and kickboxing specialist. Standing 5 feet and 9 inches tall, he went officially at 145 pounds even. Tonight, he too enters the cage undefeated, 1 win with 0 losses, representing the Cobra Kai and fighting out of Victorville, California. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Dimitri Sharkboy Salem. Once again, your referee in charge of Chris Lieben to give the final instructions.
Guys, bring it in center. All right, listen, we went over the rules in the back. I want a good, clean fight. If you're gonna touch gloves, touch them now. Okay, go back to your corners.
That was the most unenthusiastic glove touch I think I've ever seen in the sport of MMA. So Chris Lieben, very famous face, and UFC longtime veterans, got the call here, 3rd man in the cage. And why do they call the young 19-year-old Shark Boy?
Not sure. Maybe he likes that Baby Shark song. You see Dimitri coming out southpaw, looking to get that right roundhouse. Now he's orthodox. That can be confusing when you're trying. Kenny's trying to range what stance to attack his opponent at. Oh, wow. When you get 2 good grapplers together, it ends up being a striking fight, and that's what we're getting right now.
Ironic.
It's because you're like, well, I want to test myself with my hands. Wow. A couple more of these shots by either of them.
Going at it. 2 right hands there by Salem, finding their mark.
Now you can see Kenny able to get it to the ground with a bear hug. Dimitri going to the body triangle. Probably going to look for some type of triangle, but look how Kenny was able to space out. You don't want to stay down there to where your opponent can attack you. As he's coming up, Kenny's still on him.
And that was a legit punch. No knees were on the canvas, and there was no dirtiness there whatsoever. He actually let him get up. He could have punched him down there if he wanted to. There's a right hand 3rd time.
Keeps landing for Dimitri.
Yeah.
You can see the flexing on Kenny's neck too. With
that
he's
was
hurt.
a hard one.
He's hurt.
That stunned him.
Yeah, Salem was rocked.
But he got Kenny's respect right back.
Well, you can't teach a chin, and both of these guys have chins, guys, because it's almost
they are just swinging.
There's no defense.
No,
they're
they are
all
just
offense
going.
right now.
Hands
I'd
down
like
and
to see Kenny pick
chins
his
up.
hands up just a little bit more.
Yeah. You're right. They got to get those chins down a little bit, Tyler.
Now we see Dimitri's orthodoxed, so Kenny's refixing all of his strategy. Now he's went back to southpaw. So in your head, you're calculating, how am I going to attack?
And that was a nice combo by Kenny.
Most of the time when your opponent's southpaw, you want to throw that cross. That's the counter to a southpaw, especially if you have open stance.
Kenny Klein's taking big, deep breaths through his mouth.
He's taking some big shots, but he's also given some big shots. You can see them trying to win the round, but you're now exerting a lot of energy at the end of the round. So now it's all about recovery. Whose corner is going to say what?
So what kind of in-between round adjustments? I'm going to ask each of you. I will ask you, Tyler, what adjustments would you have given to Kenny Klein?
I'd like to see Kenny put his hands up a little more, loosen up, and stop loading up on those punches so much. And he's kind of standing a little square as well.
Yo, Daddy, what would you have told Salem?
I would have told him to start feinting the right, doubling up on it because he's having luck. You go to the well until the well is dry.
Go round number 2. Klein in the American flag trunks and Salem in the blue trunks with black trim.
Beautiful left hand.
That was a hard left.
Dimitri's pushing the pace there. Whenever a good shot lands, you can see, but he's still pressuring forward.
That kicks
oh
in
my
the
God.
Dimitri
Salem's rocked.
He's rocked.
He's
Turned his back.
Good.
And the ref
And
stopped.
leaving it seen enough.
Wow.
Kenny Klein remains undefeated, stopping Dimitri Shark Boy Salem. And Kenny Klein moves to 3-0 with an amazing win here against Dimitri Salem.
It was a great fight. I mean, both of those guys weren't trying to hold anything back. They're both trying to end the fight. That's the problem, though, sometimes is you can't try to end the fight with one blow. You have to try to set it up. It's normally the punch that you didn't know knocks them out. You don't know when you're going to knock somebody out, so it's your opponent not being prepared for that blow when it comes.
Yeah, Kenny seemed to be loading up. He was looking for that power shot the whole time, had his chin in the air. I think Dimitri was actually looked more technical, was coming out with the kicks, and I think Kenny he came out with that fight like I was talking about. He's a fighter, man.
Be very interested to see how the judges had that first round.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. 31 seconds of round number 2. Chris Lieben puts a stop to this contest, declaring your winner by TKO from Riverside, California, Kenneth Klein.
Well, you had a gut instinct about that one, Joe Daddy. You had said that it had a high potential to be fight of the night. So far, it's in my opinion, it's in the lead for fight. It's still early in the night, but it's in the lead just based on damage.